Hello, you're tuning in the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Chung Nguyễn and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. General Secretary and President Tô Lâm works at Cồn Cỏ Island. Many lessons drawn during performing UN peacekeeping missions. Tiền Giang leverages advantages to attract development resources. Continuing his working trip in Quảng Trị province on October the 16th, General Secretary and President Tô Lâm visited officers, soldiers and people in Cồn Cỏ Island district. General Phan Văn Giang, Minister of National Defense, and leaders of central, local agencies and localities joined the mission. General Secretary and President Tô Lâm expressed his impression in a first visit to Cồn Cỏ Island, which is known as the Green Pearl in the Land of Fire of Quảng Trị. He admired the rare natural beauty and peace in the middle of the vast sea and sky, yet full of vitality and bravery, the island that steadfastly defends the sovereignty of the outpost of the country. The top leader affirmed that Cồn Cỏ Island is located in a particularly important position in the country's sea and island strategy and plays an important role in military national defense at sea. This island also has great potential for developing the marine economy. General Secretary and President Tô Lâm highly appreciated generations of officers, soldiers, and people on the islands for their important contributions and sacrifices in the process of building and safeguarding the country. He noted that the strategy for sustainable development of Vietnam's marine economy to 2030 with a vision to 2045 had identified Vietnam must become a strong maritime nation, rich from the sea, developing sustainably, prosperous, secure and safe. Sustainable development of the marine economy closely linked to ensuring national defense, security, maintaining peace, independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity. Therefore, Cồn Cỏ, with its potential and advantages, needs to further strengthen maritime security and defense, thus building the land into a solid defensive area with political security, social order and safety maintained, and favorable environment ensured for socio-economic development in attachment with national defense and security. The General Secretary and President also asked the locality to take good care of the material and spiritual lives of officers and soldiers and people on the island, and consider the state's provision and subsidy of utilities such as electricity, water, telecommunications for people on the island. On this occasion, General Secretary and President Tô Lâm paid tribute at the President Ho Chi Minh Memorial House on Cồn Cỏ Island. Later that day, he worked with Quảng Trị province leadership on the implementation of the resolution of the party congresses at all levels in conjunction with socio-economic development and security and national defense maintenance. At the invitation of Chairman of the Lao National Assembly and Chairman of the AIPA, Se Sổng Phong Phong Vi Hẳn, a high-ranking delegation of the Vietnamese National Assembly, led by its chairman, is paying an official visit to Laos and attending the AIPA 45 from October the 17th to the 19th. This is the first official visit by Chairman of the National Assembly, Trần Thanh Mẫn, to Laos in his new position. The visit is an opportunity for the two nations to tighten their strategic trust and expand parliamentary collaboration. The official visit to Laos by National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn continues to affirm the consistent policy of the party and state of Vietnam that always gives the highest priority and attaches importance to developing the great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Laos. Chairman of the Vietnamese National Assembly Trần Thanh Mẫn choosing Laos as the first destination of his first trip abroad in his new role is a vivid demonstration for the great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation between the two parties, states, and peoples. Amidst rapid, complicated, and unpredictable developments in the region and the world that could have profound impact on countries, the solidarity and mutual assistance between the two parties, states, and national assemblies are among the greatest source of strength and vital to their national construction and protection. contributing to preserving and developing their great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation. In the coming time, the two national assemblies should intensify their coordination and experience sharing in lawmaking, supreme supervision, and decision-making on major national matters. The visit also demonstrates the proactive and active integration of Vietnam, raising the level of multilateral diplomacy, affirming the role of the Vietnamese National Assembly, contributing substantially to the AIPA and supporting Laos in its role as AIPA chair. We highly appreciate Vietnam's National Assembly's contribution to regional and international forums, including AIPA, with initiatives to handle the challenges that countries are facing. Vietnam plans to propose 4 initiatives and resolutions at the AIPA Young Parliamentarians Conference, the Social Committee, the AIPA Women Parliamentarians Conference, and the Economic Committee. On October the 16th, 1,052 delegates representing various classes, ethnic groups, religions, armed forces, overseas Vietnamese, and the Fatherland Front officials at all levels gathered in Hanoi to attend the 10th National Congress of the Vietnam Fatherland Front for the 2024-2029 tenure. Chairman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee, Do Ban attended the working session. At the first working session, the Presidium of the Congress was selected, consisting of 55 members. The delegates approved the program and regulations of the Congress and discussed many important contents. The Congress will deploy action programs to enhance dissemination, mobilization, to promote the power of great national unity, improve the quality of social supervision and criticism, implement democracy, promote the self-management of the people, build a united, prosperous, and happy residential area. On the afternoon of the same day in Hanoi, head of the Party Central Committee Commission for Information and Education, Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, hosted a reception for Mr. Mustafa El-Tiki, High Commissioner of the former resistance fighters and former members of the Liberation Army of Morocco, who is on a working visit to Vietnam. At the reception, Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa sincerely thanked Mr. Mustafa El-Tiki for creating favorable conditions for the working visit of the Communist Party of Vietnam delegation to Morocco from May the 29th to June the 3rd, 2024. For his part, the Moroccan guest thanked Comrade Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa for its warm welcome given to the delegation. He highlighted the good friendship between Vietnam and Morocco from the past to the present, hoping that the two countries will further strengthen cooperation in the future, especially in educating young people to better understand the bilateral relations. On the morning of October the 16th in Hanoi, the Scientific Council of the Ministry of National Defense held a conference to evaluate and improve the scientific study on developing military art theory in the fatherland protection warfare. Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff and Deputy Defense Minister, Chairman of the Council, presided the conference. At the conference, the participants unanimously assessed that studying and developing military art theory in the fatherland protection warfare is an extremely urgent issue in both theory and practice to ensure that the military develops strongly, stay ever ready to fight, and fight to firmly protect the independence, sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity of the fatherland, protect the party, state, people, the socialism, the culture, and national interest, maintain a peaceful and stable environment for national construction and development. The Council evaluated and approved the results of the study as excellent and unanimously affirmed that this is a scientific study at the Ministry of National Defense level, with comprehensive and high scientific content. The same day, at the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations, the Ministry of National Defense held a conference reviewing the recent term of the Engineering Company Rotation 2 and Level 2 Field Hospital Rotation 5. Senior Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, chaired the event. In July 2023, Vietnam deployed Level 2 Field Hospital Rotation 5 for the UN miss. In August 2023, the engineering company Rotation 2 departed for the UNISVA. After 1 year of performing international missions, the two units have successfully completed their task, receiving high appreciation from the mission commander and international friends, with medal by the UN for their dedication to the UN peacekeeping operations. Senior Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn praised task performance by Level 2 Field Hospital Rotation 5 and the engineering company Rotation 2. He asked the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations to continue closely coordinating with relevant agencies and units to research and adjust the training program for those preparing to participate in the UN peacekeeping missions, thus ensuring safety for the forces during missions. Also on October the 16th, Lieutenant General Lê Quang Minh, Vice Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, chaired a conference with agencies and units to review preparations for the organization of the second Vietnam-Laos Border Defense Friendship Exchange. Up to now, the General Political Department has directed agencies and units to develop and complete a plan for dissemination about this event, with many forums and in-depth contents on digital platforms, cultural and artistics programs serving the border residents of the two countries. The celebration work is prepared in accordance with regulations, demonstrating the stature of the event. General Minh praised relevant agencies and units for their efforts and high sense of responsibility to urgently complete all preparations. Coming up next, Sustainable Food Forum opens in Ho Chi Minh City. Tiền Giang leverages advantages to attract development resources. On the morning of October the 16th, a forum discussing solutions for sustainable development within the agricultural food sector was organized in Ho Chi Minh City. It is one of the activities marking the 44th anniversary of the World Food Day. Agriculture is assessed to be the second largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in Vietnam, accounting for about 19% of total emissions in 2020. This poses a challenge in the effort of transforming economic thinking towards green values of businesses. To achieve net zero emissions by 2050, Vietnam's agricultural sector sets very specific goals. By 2025, about 40 million tons of carbon dioxide in forestry and 9 million tons of carbon dioxide in farming and livestock will be reduced. Totally over 100 million tons of carbon dioxide will be cut off by 2050. On this occasion, the organizing committee honored 20 individuals and organizations for their initiatives and efforts to develop sustainable food sector of Vietnam. According to Tiền Giang Provincial Plan for 2021-2030 with the vision towards 2050, the province aims to become industrialized by 2030 with modern infrastructure, dynamic regions, and economic centers in industry, tourism, marine economy, and urban development. To boost socio-economic growth, Tiền Giang focuses on attracting resources and developing key economic sectors aligned with its potential. As part of the Mekong Delta, Tiền Giang benefits from being the country's leading center for the production of rice, fruits, and aquaculture products, making it a major agricultural producer in the region, with the second highest export turnover among 13 provinces in the Mekong Delta. The province targets growth in sectors like manufacturing, modern, large-scale, eco-friendly agricultural and seafood processing, attracting numerous investment projects, especially from foreign investors. The industrial zone has been planned with a long-term vision and favorable transportation infrastructure. Tiền Giang maximizes its resources as a key transit point when Ho Chi Minh City and the Mekong Delta, making it a regional leader. In addition to aiming for industrialization by 2030, Tiền Giang focuses on 3 development priorities: infrastructure, administrative reform, and human resources. The province aims to improve the business environment, enhance competitiveness, and shift the economic structure through industrial sector restructuring. We will ensure long-term investment policies and create a transparent, investor-friendly environment through administrative reforms. Tiền Giang's main task is to mobilize and effectively use all resources to boost traditional growth drivers while advancing new drivers like green economy, digital economy, and sustainable development. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.